Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome in. It's Tarot Tuesday. How y'all doing out there, huh? I've been feeling this they're saying like from the guts, there's like a part of you that's just like, come on, like you're so ready. There's this inner construction going on. I mean, I woke up and that was the first download I got. I had some crazy ass dreams last night, y'all. I don't know if you did. I have them every night pretty much, but last night was next level, so there must be something going on. But the feeling was this construction site, and there's earth movers and there's bulldozers and there's wrecking balls, and it's all kind of going on inside you, right? And that's usually where it starts, right? So for any of you guys who are dealing with that in the external, like you've already done a lot of healing work, so it's going to reflect on the outside. But for those of you who are still kind of in the inner musings of these things, just expect that things are going to shift and change, and your body's going to change. You're going to eat different things. It might feel a little icky at first, like the feeling I got. I was like, oh, it's like anyone who's lived through construction. It's like it's messy. Things are out of place. Things aren't working. Like, it's dust everywhere. There's plastic. It's not a pleasant environment, right? So for those of you who are kind of dealing with that, whether it's on the inside or on the outside, or you're about to, like, just let go, like go out of town, take a trip, like just get out of Dodge. Let all of this just happen, because when you're in it too much and you're demanding of spirit to like, hurry up, heal, hurry up, let's get through this, it's just going to delay everything. So you've got to trust in like this, like I understand that like things cost more money than you think, or they're taking longer than you want. Like, bitch, it's not up to you. Okay. It's up to the contractor in the sky. He's the one. So treat the contractor, the inner contractor, be the inner contractor. He's got it. Wow. What was that noise? I have no idea. That's crazy. See, it's like happening. It's like, shit. Is there gonna be an earthquake? Oh, fuck yeah. The 901. See, he is an inner contractor. He's like, yeah, let me handle it. Some of you guys need to let someone else just fucking handle it. Okay? Like, don't get in there and try to like demand with your clipboard and your fucking hat. Like, don't be doing that shit. Go out of town. Go have fun. Go have fun. Don't hyper control anything that is too difficult right now. Honestly, I wouldn't recommend it. There's someone who's more than willing to do the job. Yeah, just go chill out. Go relax. Sometimes I think one of the biggest things for humans is control. I just, I know they're laughing because they're like, you guys think that you have it, like you can control this shit. And I'll tell you the story. It came up in my personal life because I was literally, and I love this friend. She's a dear friend. I don't think she watches these, so I won't tell ever anyone's names, but she owns a restaurant in San Francisco near where I live. And like it was like the day before Mother's Day, and we were like both moms, and she invited me to go like take the ferry and go there, and her son's managing. Anyways, we had the best time ever. We're like on the ferry, and it's a beautiful day. And, we get to this restaurant and it's so cool. It's right on the water. It's just incredible. The food's amazing. Everyone in there is like really hot, attractive, like these, it was insane. I was like, where am I? It was so cool. So cool. Yeah, it was fun. It was good times, right? Exactly. I think I had 3 margaritas. I was like, you guys are the best. I love you guys. Because it's like my friend and her son who managed. I'm digressing, but I had so much fun, and it felt so good just to like take a vacation, like in your own town. Like it was so refreshing, and I had such a good time. But my point is and I adore my friend. This is her restaurant, it's like everything is like gotta, it's incredible. It's a really nice experience. And so it's sitting there trying to relax with someone who's like, all, trying to make it all happen. It was just an interesting perspective. So finally she got to relax, and it was just like, okay, like just let it all flow. Everyone was having like literally the best time. And so shout out to Coquetta in San Francisco. Any of you guys, it's a good time, man. And the food is amazing. Aiden's my boy. He's adorable. And they're just a lovely, amazing family. So they're like, but don't drink too much, I get it. We're all trying to find our balance right now, and that's fine. But I really think we've all been kind of purging. This is a card of like letting go. It's a card of detoxification. So for any of you guys who've literally, like me, had a few drinks over the weekend, they're like, no, 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 don't go too far down that rabbit hole. What happens with drinking is what I'm getting right now is that it opens you up. It's called spirits for a reason, and it can open you up to darker energies. Okay. So I'm not against drinking. I love to drink. It's fun. It's social. I have a good time, but we have to understand that is so crazy. There's like this major construction going on. Literally, there's a huge truck. Sorry. I live next to a 7-Eleven, so it's like normal to have truck stuff. Anyways, but my point being is alcohol can open you up to these sort of darker energies. And I think everybody, I don't care who you are, you had a night where you opened yourself to something or someone and shit, it wasn't good. You know what I'm saying? And I'm so sorry. There's so much pain. There's so much trauma people have experienced through these things. And I think a lot of it does have to do with alcohol, and for anyone who has young children and they're exploring their sexuality or they're doing these things, like I would just try to mitigate the amount of alcohol that's consumed. I know that might be a little bit harder than others, but I've felt this and it's making a lot of sense to me personally. So I feel like the message for you guys today is to just relax and have fun. But like you can do it in a more natural way. It's really about the connection. And I think everyone's so starved for connection that they're just happy to get together with people. They don't have to throw a bunch of alcohol or, stuff in there. Whereas I think before we did, and I think maybe that's part of this like kind of post-COVID life. It's like we don't have to just numb ourselves anymore. I think many of us are just happy to be out and be free and to feel healthy and to feel good, especially anyone who's gone through any kind of transformation, like at all. Like this is everything. This is addiction. It's things that you've been, attached to. This is attachments, right? And I'm going to talk about the devil. Like, why not talk about the devil? I think part of what we need to do is share with each other, some of that pain. We like lock it up, For some of you guys, you are over a toxic relationship. This shows up a lot in relationships. I mean, I was definitely, been part of my story. And so many of you guys too, I know you've just gotten connected, men and women too. Like it goes both ways. You know what I'm saying? It's not just like guys that are narcissistic. Women, so I feel I have a lot of compassion for men. I keep feeling like this over and over. It's like these men are really rising up, and I'm so excited to support masculine men. I don't know what to, but who are interested in these things and talking about this stuff. That's why Tarot for Bros is just a huge project that I'm so happy to be involved with, and there's more coming with that. So just, it's balance, right? We talk about this all the time. It's like you go have fun, but you don't overdo it. You know what I'm saying? And just be careful who you share your bed with, for lack of a better term. Okay? You don't want to be getting into messy situations like that. If you're involved and you're out and you're single, you're doing your thing, you're socializing, that's great. But do not get attached to anything that it has a giant red flag. You know what I mean? And this is a giant red flag. So you're going to see it, you're going to recognize it, and you're not going to go down that road again because it was a pattern. It's just a pattern. And that's why all this construction is going on, because you're releasing a pattern. So any of you guys, that there's the tie-in. All that inner construction, we're talking about the noise, the banging, the everything feels out of whack. It's because you're letting go of the devil. And do you think the devil wants to let go of you? I don't think so. They love you. They're like, she's great. She's got all this light and, she knows how to have fun. And the devil is just like right there, like a moth to the flame. So you're susceptible to dark energies because you have so much light. And if you have light and you have a good time and you're not worried about what everybody else is doing, then the attachment can finally release. It's like kind of like they're showing it to me like a spaceship, like a rocket, and then like the other thing has to drop off for it to continue. So you gotta drop off the heavy shit. So drop the heavy, okay? There's a title for you. Drop the heavy. Just let it go. Just let it go. God, see, shit's crazy. You can do it. Okay, you can do this. This is big. Whoever is resonating with this message today with me right now, you can do this. Okay, and you know why? Because look, the thing that's attaching you is this chain. And I know it's ugly, and I know it's weird, but these people are attached. They can pick up their little arm, drop their little serpent or whatever the fuck that is, and take the chain off of her neck and release it. And so can he. He can do the same thing. Okay, so you are not stuck. You are not, it looks like you're chained to the devil. It looks like that. You feel like that. It's like the elephants, how they train baby elephants, which is so sad. How they give it like a thing, and I can't even talk about it. It's awful. Look it up if you're interested. Take off the damn chain. You can just take it off. You can do it. That's why you can get out of it, because you're not attached. You're really free. You're just putting yourself in this thing. And that's okay. The devil knows all of it. We all know the damn devil. And if you're not human if you don't know the devil. And stop pretending like you don't. You know, not out of shame, not out of guilt. It's part of the experience. And the journey, that's why this card is so beautiful. There's nothing bad in tarot. There's nothing bad in there. This is just shadow. This is darkness. We all have it, okay? It's just to realize that you have the power through free will to let go and remove it and walk off. Walk off the set. I'm getting this sense of like it's like been a movie set. Maybe your life has felt like a drama, you know, like you could dial it up on Netflix. You know, there's a bit of a stage thing. Any of you guys who've kind of had to like perform or pretend and, you know, all of this stuff, it's like hocus pocus thing going on behind the scenes. Some of you guys, you've done the best you can. You were part of the act. You know what I mean? If any of you guys have been with someone who was really, you know, this guy, like you were, for a long time, you felt like you were attached, and you kind of were, because you didn't know any better. And now you know, and now you can just release it, and you can go relax and have fun, you know? So this is big, and I know this won't resonate for everybody, but it is karmic. It is, you know, we can all benefit from this. Whoever is going through this specifically right now, we can all benefit from the wisdom of what this person is going through, because we all know how fucking hard it is. And I almost get emotional thinking about how fucking hard this is. And it makes me so sad, you know? It makes me so sad that we have to do this. And that's why, you know, being human is a little challenging, because we know better. You know, where we're from is like, hey, this devil don't exist. It's like, what? You come here and all of a sudden there's that. So it's a very complex world we live in. And I just encourage you guys to, relax. The Knight of Cups is here to soothe you. This is very angelic energy. You know, look at, like, he's just walking straight out of that. Any of you guys who are watching, please, or you have a man in your life who's going through an addiction release or some kind of release of some kind of issue, mommy issues, control issues, relationship issues, like, you're going to come out so clean. It's really good for you to just detox the fuck out of all of that. Just burn it down. Burn it the fuck down. You're going to feel so much better, and you're just going to walk away. Any of you guys who know a man, and it is a masculine energy, so it is about, it could be a young man, an older man, anyone, it could be you, it could be anyone. Walking away, you're going to purify this as soon as you recognize that you hold the power to do so. And the Knight of Cups is incredible. I almost love the Knight of Cups more because he's willing to try. He's willing to put himself out there. He's not the king, and he knows it. He knows where he's at. So you know where you're at emotionally, and like, just stay with it. Write, journal, create, compose. Music is so good. Water's so good. It's a slow move. You don't have to rush this thing. It's about love. I don't think you have ever really known what love feels like. I don't think I have. So I understand. And part of this is something I can relate to as well. As a woman, we can all relate to this energy. It's like that song, I Want to Know What Love Is. You know, I think it's by Foreigner. Like, listen to that shit. You know, that is so, music is one of the best things on this planet, I feel. And I just think that it helps so much. And I encourage you guys just to relax. Same with water. You know, water is like, just as much water as you can right now. Drink a lot of water, be near water, take a bath, go in a river, go in a stream, River, perfect. Streams, great. Waterfalls, I don't care. Just water, 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 water. That is so purifying for your energy system. And if anyone has been like, that's what this construction is like all this shit's coming out, you guys. This is great. Some of you guys, you are separating, so any females, you're like, I just want to go have fun with my friends, and the person's just like willing to go. Great time to separate. Absolutely. It is a perfect time to get a divorce. I'm sorry, but it is. Like, people don't want to hear that. But if you're thinking about it and you want to separate and this person's going to be better off and that person's going to be out, fucking do it. You're not doing anybody any good by staying attached to some fucking thing that you think you're supposed to do. That is the problem. You want to feel better, both of you. So please separate. I feel like I'm going through a big fucking mediation right now. Like, mediate it. Get out. Sayonara. Especially if you're young. You'll feel younger. This shit's just going to age you right the fuck out the door. It's just not, it's no bueno. Especially if you guys like drink together and party together. I'm a little hard on myself right now because I think this is partly personal, as it kind of always is, because we can relate to each other. We're all human, right? It's the human experience we're talking about. So that's why it can make sense for anybody, I feel. Okay. So this is good. Trust me, it's good. It feels heavy. It feels dark. It feels scary, but it's the best thing for you. And you're going to feel so much better on the other side of it. Okay. So yeah, exactly. Like, there's a death process going on. I know it hurts. I know it's hard, but let it happen. That's like the construction. Again, you got to just go, like, let it. You don't have to micromanage your healing, first of all, okay? You don't have to sit there. That's part of the problem. Did I get enough steps in today? Did I drink enough water today? Did I go enough sound baths this week? That's part of the problem. You're being too hard on yourself, right? This is love, okay? This is like a new thing. Like, it's new for me. I don't even know what this feeling is. Like, I feel like it's going to be a new feeling, right? So it's a really good time to come together with other people who are interested in rebuilding, okay? Any people who are really, I have a friend of mine who's a couple, we're in LA. I've known these people for a long time, dear friends of mine, and they left LA, like, this is like, I don't know, before COVID, like a while back, and they went to Mexico City and they just stayed there, and it's like, now they live in Mexico City and they're builders and they're crafters and they're artists. And it's exactly that kind of feeling. Like, go find your people, like, go build something. Go build something new. Get yourself out of feeling alone. Get yourself out of feeling like left out in the cold. This is part of the problem. Look at all this. Like, right down the middle, you got some heavy shit. You're letting go of feeling alone. Some of you guys were in a relationship and you felt like alone in the relationship. So, a lot of people, I think, envy, myself included, often these couples who just seem like they have like this great, like, everything. They got all these things. But I understand not all marriages are happy, or it might look like it is, but it isn't. And I'm making no judgment or even an intuitive hit on that for any of you guys specifically, but there's a perception sometimes around that. And I think some of you guys, like, you want to be free. You don't want to have to pretend anymore that you're unhappy. These people aren't fucking happy. They're in the snow, like, this is not a happy card. So part of what we're talking about here, and this came through last week, I think, too, is just recognizing when you're sad. If you're sad, you're sad. Like, you have to be sad. And some of us are so afraid to feel anything. And you can't be the Knight of Cups if you don't feel. So figure it out. How, how can you release whatever it is? Crying is great. Water is good. Salt bath, like hot springs. All that shit comes right out. You can do this. Like, this is like a huge this is a huge shift and change. Like, this is like your soul. This is at a soul level. So give yourself a lot of patience and a lot of grace. The Knight of Cups does not beat himself up. The Knight of Cups is just so relieved. I think there's a relief coming for you. There's just this pure thing. Like, it's just beautiful. It's like singing Oasis after a desert. It's so real. It's so pure. There's nothing confusing about this shit that's coming. Okay? And it's important that you find other, to bond with builders. You want to bond with builders who are building a new world, a new life, a new way of being, a new way of feeling. It's a really good time to hire someone to help you with that. If you're the Knight of Cups, you're like, I want to go do this. There's someone out there or a team of people out there to make that happen for you. Great time to get like a real estate like a really good team together. If you want to expand, get a good real estate agent, get a good contractor, get a good like landman, they're saying. Like, oh shit. Some of you guys are like, you're going to go out and you're just going to fucking do it. I love it. Get the right people. There's good people that are going to help you with this, and it's going to be fun. It's going to be, all right, fun is like, yeah, it's going to be fun. I think it's going to be fun. So follow that fun feeling. Okay. That makes sense. Okay. And it's going to lead to a lot of generational wealth, income for all, they're saying, like just big bountiful generate. I mean, just, it's so beautiful. If you have the heart to do something and to grow something and to build something right now, especially from the ground up, especially with like the best, like the good stuff, you know what I mean? And you've overcome, or you're getting out of a situation, or you put yourself into that, like totally, like wholeheartedly pour yourself into building this thing, because it's going to be incredible. I love it. Yeah, some of you guys, it's a great way to overcome heartbreak, I mean, it's like heartache. It's painful to go through anything. Even like giving up anything that's toxic is sometimes hard. It's hard. So like, but I think the hard part is over. Yeah, you're going to be really successful. Any of you guys who are like debating, should I go? Should I do that? Go. Get out now. Invest. Invest in something new from the ground up, from the beginning, And like, I love seeing like, I don't know, even they're redoing this park where I live in Sausalito. And like, I feel like they're doing a really good job. I mean, it's been a minute, but they're like, I can see the irrigation system they're putting in, and like, it feels really nice. I'm sure it's uncomfortable for the wildlife, but I think when it's done, it's just going to be so beautiful, because I can see like the vibe is like the people are, it's hard to see like the earth, like kind of, but it's okay. Like, I feel like they're giving a really good foundation for what's to come. And I think it's really beautiful if it has to be done, like the feeling I get of how they're handling it. So anyways, that's a side note. But so yeah, let yourself change. Just let the change happen. This is an allowing thing. The Knight of Cups understands that. It's an emotional thing. You can't analyze it. You're not going to be able to like even really talk about it. It's so like deep and emotional that you just got to feel your way through it. That's all. Feel your way through it. That's what the Knight of Cups understands. It's a feeling thing. It's like kind of like when you get on a horse and you have to kind of, you feel the energy of the horse with you. You bond with it in that way. It's like that. Learning how to feel. And you don't have to be great at it. You don't have to be a king. Just, the knight is great, Yeah, look at that Lover's card. Jeez. Wow, some of you guys are really letting go of big karmic connections, or you're because of that, you're letting go of that pattern. You're actually stepping into a really beautiful connection. So don't give up on love, but you can see, I wish I still had that devil card out. It's almost like the same card as the devil, but now it's an angel, and there's no chains, there's no attachments. They're free, and they're both clearly naked, and they're vulnerable. So this is kind of the healing of that old attachment style almost into like a new vibration. And that's when the love can really like the universe can bring this towards you, it's angelic in nature. So it feels really nice. So it doesn't mean you have to be like alone forever, I just feel like there's an elevation happening in the kind of, especially romantic relationships, that you are open and available to. Okay. It's incredible. Really nice. So I just really encourage you guys to take that step. Nothing's going to hurt you. It's not going to hurt you. It's going to feel good. Honestly, I think you're going to be like, oh, thank God, like, doesn't it feel so much better not to have that chain around your neck? And like, so just go with it. Like, this is, you have to be vulnerable. You have to be willing to be yourself. You have to be willing to be fully open and available. A lot of, especially men, they always say, right, these women, all these women are always like, myself included, they're not emotionally available. Well, maybe they are. Maybe they're starting to realize that and they're trying to get, do the same thing we're doing. Yeah, Fool, new start. Absolutely. This is fantastic. Some of you guys are really, really, I don't know. I almost feel like you're like something's coming to, I'm hearing the word abrupt end. So, maybe this is something that will just kind of give you some validity in a recent decision. If it was abrupt, like, let this remind you that it's so okay. Like, it's so okay. Just, you got to feel a little bit, but get the heck out of Dodge. You know what I'm saying? When shit's going down, get out. Like, don't hang out and try to control everything. It's better for you to just go and free yourself. Like, this is what we have to understand, is that this is just happening. So we don't want to try to micromanage it or figure it out. It doesn't have to mean anything, it really doesn't. It's necessary. I wouldn't be surprised if the tower comes out, I think some of you guys, you don't want to argue and you're tired of like the drama and the conflict. So many of us are attached to drama and conflict and chaos. If you were raised in a chaotic environment in any way, shape, or form, most likely you've got an attunement to chaotic energy. People not getting along, mixed signals, all this stuff, very much part of, and it's not who you are. It's just, it's just what you had to do, to adapt to that. And it's okay. It's like letting that energy go, right? It's very much, it's just recognizing what feels familiar that's unhealthy, and just trying to recognize, and you'll naturally do this anyways. Like there's not much you really have to do. You just have to get yourself off of the attunement to that kind of, people not getting along. Believe me, you're going to be so happy. You're like, I'm free. Like, you don't have to ever do that ever again. Ever. You can be totally relaxed and free and open and have everything you need in this lifetime. It's possible and it's happening. So be a fool, be a fool. I think so many of us are so afraid to make fools out of ourselves. That's half the reason I started doing this, because I was so afraid of how I was going to be seen and all my insecurities and all my shit. And that's how I overcame it. So I'm like, I'm going to do the thing I'm afraid of, which is to come on here, do my weird shit, and just deal with it. Like I just had to face that, fear. And it's fun. Now I look forward to it. I'm like, this is great. It's super fun to be a fool. You gotta like feel like, I'm not saying it's fun to be a fool. Like, believe me, it ain't easy. There's days where I was like, how the fuck am I gonna do this? I don't know how comedians do it. Like, if people don't laugh at your shit, like, I give them so much like kudos, because that takes a lot of courage. You have to be really courageous to be like a fool, right? And that's why it's so awesome, is because he doesn't care. Like, he's just like, this is who I am. And now I'm just being myself. You can't not do these things. It's really cool what's happening with you guys. Some of you guys are really entering into like, and I was feeling like this too. It's like this golden age I'm feeling like I just bought like a sweater that's like yellow and gold. And I was just like feeling all this, like the golden, it's like a new era, and I just felt all of the old stuff coming down. And, we talked about some of this last week about the Met Gala and like all this bullshit and this materialism and all of this attachment to celebrity and status and wealth and bigger and more and better. Oh my God, that shit is just, I just felt like, and like, sorry, but like, get off that thing now, because it's happening, it's crumbling. And this this fool reminds me of that, like this golden sun, like this golden age it's like the age of enlightenment. It's so incredible and so pure, and I can feel it. This is an energy that we can now embody. It's all about embodying. And this is what the teachings are. At least what I love to teach is you have to embody this. You don't just talk about it anymore. You feel it, you embody it. Okay? This is living it now. Now you're living the thing. It's your life. And it's not about, it's my job and it's my work. It's just you being you. And you just show up and you just go out on a limb, and that was kind of the brilliance of like a Shirley MacLaine. You have to go out on the limb to get the ripest fruit. So you can sit there, like a monkey getting the low hanging fruit, you know, or you can be like, I'm climbing the goddamn tree and I want to go get that fucking juicy peach out there, Like, go for it, okay? Like, this is the time to fucking go for it. Like, throw caution to the wind, fucking do it. You know what I mean? Like, you're protected. Like, the whole, like, look, he's way out on this cliff, but he's got his little dog with him. It's a little, like, whether you have a dog or like a spirit animal, like, he's letting him know, like, don't go, like, don't take a step this way. He's just saying, like, keep going, but he's got a guide there. He really is, very fearless. But the best thing about the Fool is that he only is taking his little knapsack. That's what I mean. The future is about less stuff. We don't need all of this crap. I mean, that's what's killing the planet, is all all this crap that we just have to have, It's like ridiculous. So I feel like there's golden age is sort of this, it's so creative, it's so cool, it's so like building though. It's building new things. It's new, it's like this is when all the new churches will be going up. Not churches, but new spiritual like centers and temples and gathering places and pilgrimages, and it's fucking awesome. Like, any of you guys who have the ability to invest in that, like, I'm seeing almost like an old, like, abandoned kind of like, it's like almost like a Greek Orthodox church or some kind of really old church that maybe needs help, or like is like no one goes there anymore, or whatever it is, and like you're buying this and you're turning it into like a healing temple. It's big. I'm getting a lot of the energy of like the Alhambra, right? In Spain. I don't know if you guys have ever been there, but like that kind of Moorish architect, some of that, and a lot of the gold, like that's why I'm showing that gold roof, like the roof, right? Dang, oh, it's so beautiful. A little bit of like that Moroccan energy, lots of pools and tiles. Oh my God. Go, like, take me, like, really good time. Yeah, to go, like, this is like a hell yes. Everything you're doing forward, it's a hell yes. Like, you're like, yep, I'm going. It's like there's no confusion about this. This is fucking awesome. You got, and at least just ironically, like, stability. It's like everything you want is on the other side of what you've been attached to. Man, another ace. This is amazing, you guys. After a period of waiting, yeah, you had to be really, you had to get it inside yourself. You had to unhook yourself from yourself. Oh, you did. You had to unhook yourself from yourself. Like, it's like your ego, right? That is great. And you did it. Like, I'm like, I feel like that too. I'm like, we just did it. Like, that's it. Like, it's done. Like, some of you guys are just like, it's over. The heart shit's done. Like, it's so exciting. Like, again, I feel like it's like, we don't even know, like, how good it can be. And I just so encourage you guys to be around positive fucking people. That is so important. Do not be around oh, Trump, No bueno. This is up. This is up. This is up. This is up. It's all up. So you can go back, and I'm sure you'll be tempted to go back and listen to people who are complaining. And, I get it. We all have bad days. I have bad days. We need to vent. We're human. That's fine. But those days are like dwindling. And it's all going to be about creation. It's all going to be about what we're doing moving forward. It's all progressive. It's all new build, new things, new experiences, travel, trips, movement. Fucking awesome. Yeah, and like cutting yourself out of the tree, It's like you recognize, and now the Hangman is about changing your perspective, which is basically what this is, which is what a miracle is, A miracle is a shift in perception. So some of you guys are like, I need a miracle. My life sucks. I just really need a miracle. Like, I understand you want a miracle, and you're not two, so you have to kind of understand that the miracle is a shift in like, you have to shift the way you're seeing things. The miracle's only going to come when you kind of take that chain off. Then you get all the miracles you want. It's endless. It's kind of like the genie comes out of the bottle, and you got everything you could possibly dream of. So the miracle is within. It's a shift. It's looking at things differently. Okay. It's being a fool, being willing to see things like a child, almost like a child would. And that's why that meditation or that present moment awareness technique is really important, or is a good one. And I'm being told to share it again. It's not mine. It's not an original thought. It came from R.J. Spina, I believe. But he said, just imagine like you just showed up here, no past, no future. Okay, so if you want to get present, just imagine that. I just showed up here, there's no past, there's no future. Boom. And you're in it. And I was like, well, that kind of works, you know? So you can do that to get you present. And then all of a sudden you're kind of entering a new space. You know what I'm saying? Where nothing is labeled. It's like all the labeling and stuff. Eckhart Tolle talked about that a lot. I remember when I was first reading him, when he was first becoming in culture, credible teacher. And he was like teaching us how to not like label things. And I'd have to walk around. I remember I lived in New York. I had it in Gramercy Park, like I had key to the park. So I spent a lot of time there. And I was studying that. I was learning that. And like, I remember looking at the trees and the flowers, not being able to, and they're so beautiful. I mean, I just like, I love that place. It's like my happy place. But I couldn't label anything. And I remember walking around, like working on that as an exercise, and it really helps, you know? And so there's things you can do, right, that will kind of like get you going, and that's one of them. But I just love this fresh energy. I love this new start for you guys. I think this is incredible. I just think it's so beautiful, and it's so good just to let it go. Like, don't worry. Yeah, just be open. Be just really, really open with your heart, with yourself, with who you are. I mean, this is what it requires, is just complete. I'm not saying go run around naked, you know, but go run around naked. You know what I mean? Like, go out in the wilderness, like go skinny dipping. Like there is an element of that, like just being free. I think that's really cool. Some of you guys are just like, yeah, let's just, you know, run around naked. That's fucking awesome. You know, nature. This is more nature, buddy. You know, this is more nature. And it's fun. That's what I mean. Like, I'm getting a chuckle. I was watching a lot of Graham Norton last night. I fucking love him. I like his show. It's hysterical. These people are so crazy. Like, actors are nuts, you know? I just think he's got like a great show. And I'm just in this British moment right now where I'm like, I just can't get enough of that like sense of humor, and like, I just love it. It's like kind of like that. It's just like, what, like very, I don't know. It's refreshing. I think some of you guys are just like, yeah, you're needing to be, like, you need something fresh, needing something new, and it's coming. Like, really being open. And honestly, like, look at that King of Pentacles. Fucking, this is an incredible spread. I wish you guys could see it. I don't know if I can, like, oh, no, it's not going to work. I can't hold up like 8 cards, but it's really cool what I'm seeing down here for you. So it is a journey, okay? Like, you're not alone. This is a journey. Like, this is happening. Trust that the ultimate outcome is like stability and like reward. I'm getting the word reward. Like, you'll be rewarded for this. Like, there's a good, you'll feel more settled too. I think ultimately, like, and I can relate to this, like, you want to go, but you also want to get where you want to be. I think that's important. I think some of the fear comes around like, well, I'm going to go here, but like, you still want a sense of permanence. And I get that too. It's like, I don't want to just run around the planet. I mean, maybe, but like, I would rather land. Like, I feel like there's a need to land somewhere. You know, you want some stability. You want a home. You want like a place. I think you're maybe on the search for that right now. If any of you guys are wanting to go, you know, explore new places and look at potentially having like a new home or a second home, I highly encourage that. I actually think it's a good business decision too. Any of you guys who are wanting to invest in something far away, or that's like out of your comfort zone, or a little bit like, you know, you might have to, like this guy is saying, like, it might be a little more, you know, but the more open you are, the more you'll get. It's a really good time to open up and ask for money, for funding. Any of you guys who are fundraising right now, any of you guys who need a big like investment or a backer, really good time to open up to that. Be vulnerable, share your passions, share your desires, share your interests, they're saying. And that could be a really good thing. Yeah, talk about it. Definitely talk about it. Get it out there, get your ideas out there, get yourself known, in terms of that. Don't be afraid to say the wrong thing. Like, just do it. Just do it. You've got it. You've totally got it. This is real. That's the thing. I'm just looking at these two cards together. Like, the Fool comes out of being real. Like, swords are about clarity, right? So this is clear. You're not confused on this. You know what I'm saying? You like, this is like something that you're really good at, something that swords represent knowledge and information. So it's something that you're really knowledgeable about. Talk about that. If any of you guys are afraid of, like, where do I start? Start with what you know, what you're clear on, and just begin that process. That will be very successful. Even if it's information, I mean, like, I'm more of an experience-based person, but if it's information that you have, then share the information. That could be just what you need to get things started. Okay? But I feel like what it is so much more. Oh, it's big. It's really big, this thing. It might seem like an early thing or a new thing, but the potential is enormous and very satisfying and, like, very, I don't know, there's just a good energy about it. If any of you guys are thinking about a place or have something in mind, I would say go. And I just think there's a lot of opportunity. And yeah, I'll leave it at that. There's a lot of opportunity. And it's going to be very clear. And you won't be like, I don't know, should I? It's going to be it's a hell yes. Okay, it's a hell yes. Some of you guys might get an opportunity to come to you that says, hey, can you go do this? Or I want, like, be open either way. Open in presenting something, putting something out there, and open to receiving something as well. It's going to be both ways. It's fucking awesome too. It's a win-win. So any of you guys who are, like, afraid to go raise capital or do something, don't. This isn't good for this person. These are opportunities for them to make good money. The King of Pentacles does not mess around. He is the king of the coin. There's money, like, legit, like, resources. There's someone who's really, really good at that. And if you need someone who's really, really good at that, then be open to that person coming into the picture, okay? Really important. That stable, that really grounded, his heart's in, like, this is a good king. The King of Pentacles is like, he's learned a thing or two. Maybe he's had multiple businesses. Maybe he's grown wealth. He's just, it's not hard for him. He had to work probably really hard. He had to get through all these layers, but there's someone around you, or this is you, who's just got plenty of resources, and they're cool. They're just like, they just want to create something around them that's meaningful. And that brings them a lot of reward and satisfaction and a return on their investment, I'm hearing. So be very open to asking, to talking, to sharing. Absolutely. This is cool, you guys. Yeah, you're on a roll, I'm hearing. Like, you're on a roll with this. Like, this is going to be very natural for you. Okay, so you're going to actually step into, if any of my females are watching, a more intuitive, because she's got a little black cat there, very creative, very unique. The Queen of Wands is just her own person. She's just like, it's undeniable. It's like a Debbie Harry. She's a perfect example of, like, a Queen of Wands. She's like epic, right? Like, but there's no one else really like her, right? These, like, kind of iconic women, very much Queen of Pentacles or Queen of Wands. So get clear on your, like, creativity, what you do, your vibe, your energy. Let that change. Let that advance. Let that, like, really, like, bring it all in, Like, you don't have to just pick one thing. It's better to have multiple options, She's got, like, her, sunflower, her wand, her cat, her throne, like, there's stuff, right? It's just that she knows how to put it together. Some of you guys, it's really good for you to, I have a background in fashion and styling, so it's like some of you guys might just be excited about changing your look or just, like, elevating your appearance in some way. Absolutely. Like, let that creative side come through. Absolutely. Without a doubt. You want to stand out, The Queen of Wands is not afraid to stand out. She's very, like, unique. She's not, like, crazy pants, where she's running around, like, but she looks good, like, she looks really good. And she's got her own kind of unique thing So it's a really good time to step outside of conventions. It's a really good time to step outside of conformity, anything that feels too bland, anything that feels too like, been there, done that. You're like, no, you need stimulation, you need excitement. You're down for that. Like, it's definitely time to level up in terms of like what you bring to the table. Recognize what you bring to the table. I think that's the important thing about being a queen, is that she's like, yeah, I know this. Like, she owns that part of her. She's never going to not be who she is. And I think that's very attractive also, because the Queen of Wands is a very attractive person, female, right? So you're becoming more attractive to some of you guys. If any of you guys are just like doing your thing, living your life, you're actually becoming more attractive because you're more in tune with who you are. She's not attached to no devil, you know? She's like, I'm good. I got my cat. I've got my staff, you know? Like, she's got everything she needs. And it's more like an attractive energy. She's more like, she's good. And like, people are going to come into her orbit and they're going to come see her. So it's a good time for you guys just to be more attractive, more magnetic, instead of like running around and trying to do all this stuff. You just, yeah, you can reach out to people, you can ping people, you can, and you can accept offers, you know, all these things. It's going to start to feel a lot better, you know, for you, because you're more comfortable with who you are. You're more comfortable being, you know, a unique person. Okay. I think that is so important. And I talk about that so much. And it's a big part of what we do here. It's just like finding your uniqueness and your magnificence. You know, you don't want to be the one that fits in. That's boring. I mean, and I'm sorry for people who are really, you know, like need that. I understand. We all do. We're human. But this is not the time to be needy, to be like what everyone else is doing. Like, sometimes when I see that shit, I just like repel it. Like, there's these 3 women the other day walking around. They literally had the exact same outfit, the same sneaker, the same leather like bag, the same, you know, and I was like, oh my God, it was like high school, you know, and how like everyone dresses together. And I understand there's a charm to that, or there's just a need for that kind of thing. I do understand that, but I was like, if no, like I just found it not original. And I think it's good for you guys to focus on being original and not like other people. So if anything you're doing with your business or expanding it, make yourself different than what everyone else is doing, especially if you're out there on social media. Like, don't just do the same, like, you know, everyone's got the, you know, it's like, it's time to change things up. Okay. You're a trendsetter. You're not a follower. Okay. Any of you guys who are like, you set the tone, you set the pace. Abso-fucking-lutely. You're not. So when everyone starts doing this shit, you're like, ooh, I can't even handle it anymore. That's you, okay? That's who you are. That's who you really are, you know? And so that's why the Fool's like, you're just constantly following inspiration, you know? Chasing the dream. Live the fucking dream. You are the dream. Absolutely. It's time to really break through any kind of you know, be unconventional. Fucking do all the shit. Be, you know, I'm like, you haven't lived a life unless you've been in the front of the paper and you've been, you know, like, I went through all these things. Like, I've done, it's all that shit happened to me, you know? And like, I don't regret any of it. Like, I don't know. It's time to let go of any feeling of regret or any feeling of like, well, I should be doing this. It's not gonna free you, right? You have to let go of all that. What other people expect from you. How, you know, you got to be a fool. That's why it's called the Fool. You'd be willing to just, you know, go for it. And like, who cares? You know, I think so many of us care way too much about what other people think. And none of those people are thinking about us. You know, they're thinking about themselves. So it's all a big bullshit lie, you know? No one's sitting there thinking, oh, last week Julie really said that thing. And that was really, I'm telling to that myself in my own head, but no one, you think anyone's there going, you know, last week your hair was not doing the way it should be doing. Like, so I was really annoyed and I really, you know, I have to comment about that. I don't know. I mean, even if someone said that to me, I'd be like, whatever, you know, like I get weird shit all the time. And I'm like, I just kind of feel sorry for them. I don't feel sorry for them, but I don't let it affect me. And as I'm saying that, I bet you I'm going to get some kind of fucked up thing and I'm all sad. No, I digress. It's not, you got to be like willing just to kind of throw caution to the wind. You know what I'm saying? Like it's okay. First of all, it's okay to just be that. I really think you're safe, and in your ability to just be yourself. And I think that's been the whole journey, is just like to be more of who you are. And I just really encourage that, and understand, because the Three of Pentacles is coming out again, and then I'll start to wrap it up, that it's about a building process. So again, a really good time for you guys to connect other people, to get other people who are also building, or someone who's really good at doing what you need, or any of that. Good collaboration, creativity with like people who are really talented, really good at what they do. This is like people who are like building like the Notre Dame, you know what I mean? Like that level, like get like the best. Get like the best, This is good. You've got the funds for it. Like get the artist, get the craftsman, get the designer, get the whoever who is, maybe you have a knack for that, like talent. It's just talent. They could be young. Maybe they're not like, I don't know, super experienced, but they know what they're doing. Maybe this is a young person who's developing a business and you want to invest in them. There's so much happening all over the place, but be open to experiences that you want to partake in, that you want to invest in, that you want to grow, other people that make you feel that way. Really, 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 really good. Really good. And it's going to start, look at that sun. Totally optimized, like ultimate optimization. There's so much yellow all over here. So what you're doing, what this is really opening up the future. It's really progressive. It's beautiful what you're building. Okay, so just build it. Build it and they will come, is what I'm hearing. Wow. Any of you guys who have the means to do that, I highly recommend like get a divorce and go buy some kind of crazy place. Like, I don't know. I just feel like it reminds me a little bit of that movie, The House of the Spirits. Like, they have a series out right now, and I was like, tried to watch it, and I was like, oh my God, because the film is so good. I highly recommend it. It's called The House of the Spirits. It's got like Meryl Streep and Winona Ryder and Glenn Clove. The cast is amazing. It's from like the 90s, I think, or something like that. But like this hacienda, like he goes out and he just like buys this like fucking, like dilapidated kind of hacienda, like, and he just builds this entire kind of world, an empire around this thing. And I just kind of get that feeling for you guys, like some of you guys are willing just to kind of throw down, and I think it's a good time to throw down, especially if you can build something that's a healing center, is a very healing energy to it. Like, it does feel kind of like an oasis of some sort for some of you guys. So maybe you're buying something out like far out in the desert or something like that, but you're going to grow, I don't know. It's just really, really cool. And you need to find the right person, like the people that are working on this with you. It's going to be a really significant relationship, a really good connection. And like, there's this appreciation card. So just being appreciated, if you are a craftsman or you are a person, like, I think people are going to start to appreciate you more. Or you're also like, I'm sensing a man's going to meet a woman and they're just like so appreciative of like how beautiful and pure she is. So it's a really good time to be a female right now, because you want to make yourself like, this is appreciating yourself. And I love this energy of like, it is kind of Queen of Wands esque too. So you guys like just really indulge in your, your femininity right now, your appearance, but in a natural way. I mean, she's out in the middle of this like beautiful field. And so just fresh flowers, like flowers in your hair, all this kind of stuff. Like, but like, she's dressed really well though. You know what I mean? Like, it's very like, the movie, my favorite movie out of Africa, one of my favorite movies Out of Africa, and she shows up in Africa, very similar energy, right? Like, they buy this coffee farm, or it was supposed to be a dairy, and then he turns it into a coffee farm, and she brings all her china and all her linens and all her lace and like all her things. And it's like, yeah, why not? As I say, we don't need all this stuff. Like, you want the things that feel good, that are quality, just the best of the stuff, right? So just keep the good, use the good china, you know? Some of you guys I know have a lot of things and like dishes or family stuff or whatever. Like use the nice stuff. Like it doesn't make any sense to be sitting in a box in a basement somewhere. Like change it up, you know, like start to use the things that are fine or that are like they want to be used. And so I just think maybe some of you guys, it's good to let go of some things that are not as genuine, you know, or aren't as good of quality. Definitely prune that, you know. I mean, she's kind of pruned around this field. Maybe when she first started, it was just this huge, crazy, you know, thing, but she's able to like beautify by paring down anything that's too much. And she's just growing things that are kind of fertile and natural and just very, very real and really beautiful. I mean, this is kind of like an ethereal, this is someone who's kind of is in the ethereal realms a lot. So some of you guys could be meeting a female who is kind of like in both worlds, you know, like a little bit like angelic but grounded at the same time, like a very earth angel, you know, is what I'm picking up on. And she's got like really beautiful style. She's gorgeous. Like there's a lot of women walking around that are embodying this energy. And it's because you've stopped and you've learned to appreciate yourself and you're willing to stand out on your own. This is someone, she's out there by herself. Like, it doesn't mean she's alone. She looks like she's getting her picture taken almost. Like, I kind of feel like she's just like needing to go out somewhere. Some of you guys might want to go get a new headshot or something, and you might want to do it outside in a garden or where there's natural flowers. Not like anything too much, but like more wildflowers, right? Wildflower energy or wildflowers in general could be something that's a good part of your branding. You know, things like honey and, you know, just things that kind of like beeswax, things of that nature might be really good. Botanicals, really good. Any of you guys who are in beauty, wow. It does help people calm down. Some of you guys are creating products that are helping people calm their nervous system, and maybe there's balms or there's things that are crafted from nature that help people feel better and look better. Any of you guys who want to invest in a female founded beauty company or clothing company, really good time to do that. They know what they're doing. Okay. I'm going to start to wrap it up. It has been, oh my God, yeah, it's been an hour. Let me just see what's down here. Don't want to, like, I do feel like I understand you, some of you guys, you don't want to miss anything, you know, like you don't want to like mess things up. I think I'm hearing like some of you guys might just be struggling a little bit with like, well, I just want to mess it up. I don't want to mess it up. So don't let that stop you if that's something that's running you at all. Like you don't want to, or maybe you've met someone, you're like, I don't want to fuck this up. You know, you met someone, you really love them, you appreciate them, and you're a little bit hesitant because you're like, I really appreciate this person. I don't want to like freak them out or scare them off, or, you know what I'm saying? Like I get like some hesitation a little bit. So just work on that. Like let that release, you know, that's just old programming anyway. So it's really good time to go out into nature, to go spend some time, go relax, like go out into a field, go spread out. Like that feels really, really nice. And I do feel like there's just so much beautiful, like love and appreciation and stability and opportunity and expansion. And I just think it's incredible. And for all the women out there who really like stood out there on their own, and you deserve this like beautiful appreciation and recognition. And I just, you know, I'm appreciating you because I know people who are just so like, I don't know, they inspire me, you know, the ones who are willing to just kind of present as who they truly are. And there's no, you know, it's just very real. It's very genuine. It's very pure. And I think that's really incredible. So shout out to all my ladies who are doing their thing. You got the financial constraints in reverse with the cornucopia card. So plenty of money. Okay, plenty. Like focus on that. Create that. Manifest that. This is beautiful. Don't let the fear of that. You're attached to some of that. You know, that's that devil energy. It could be fear, poverty consciousness with that five of coins showing up earlier. Breaking through this. Okay, we're really letting go of financial constraint. Okay, period. That is the thing, because that's where some of the wounding is. You know, maybe it wasn't a boyfriend or a man or a husband. Maybe it was like financial wound, you know, and I feel that. I totally get that. So let that heal, let that release. Just let it out. Talk about it, share it. Just let all of this beautiful energy come through and open that door. You can just release any of the fear around that. Okay, that's what's happening. Maybe some of that's just, you're just letting all of that go right now, and then this amazing opportunities are going to show up. The light's going to be visible again, and just appreciate the fact that you are who you are. You're incredible. All right, y'all, we're at an hour. Thank you so much for any of you guys who've been watching and sharing. I really appreciate it so much. I'm here for you always. I'll be back next week. And yeah, until then, have a good life, okay? Go have a good life. I'm going to go have a good life. You go have a good life. Bye, guys.